beginner session for Pilates. Thank you for joining me for this online session. I'm hoping you're going to enjoy the view behind. So it's a bit wild today, but it still looks lovely. So we're going to make a start. It's a beginner version of the exercises. We're only going to pitch it at around about 5 repetitions on each, but you certainly can either come round through it a second time, or you could move it up to 10 repetitions on each. You can always pause me if it's helpful. So we're going to take you into 100. So bring your feet hip distance apart on the mat, and then slowly from there, allow the tailbone to curl under a little bit. So you're trying to scoop in, use the arms for support to take you down onto the mat. Once you're down there, arrange yourself. Now you need to make sure that you're comfortable with the basics in terms of Pilates to join in with this session. But I want you to go in neutral, so even weight from shoulders across left and right and the pelvis. Arms are open, feet are still hip distance. And I want you to keep the ribs drawn in against the mat. Close your eyes. Take a deep in breath. And as you breathe out, as if you're breathing out through a straw, get rid of all of the air. Just nice and slowly for as long as you can. And you're going to feel the top of that cylinder, the top of your center engaging. Then return your breathing to normal. And as you breathe out, bring in your pelvic tilt. So you're tilting the pelvis to imprint the lower back against the floor. And on the arch breath, you're arching the back away to create a space. If your eyes are open and you're watching, if you need to watch, you can use the hand under your lower back to press in and feel the space as you arch it out. Find your way to your midpoint. Once you're in that midpoint and you feel something working on the front of the body, that tells you that your center is helping you control your neutral spine. So open the eyes. And then from there into the 100, you have options, always have options. In breath to prepare, and as you breathe out, you're holding neutral as you scoop one leg up. It's floating into that single knee fold, knee above hip. Now you have the option of going single leg for 5 breaths and then repeating on the other leg, or you could go double leg. Once you're up there, you're going to feel your center working. Did you notice an arch? If you did, I want you to work a little bit stronger. Take that setting up, that intensity setting of how much your core's working to enable you to hold and stabilize. Can you relax the rest of the body? And more importantly, can you still breathe? You should be able to breathe. So it's 5 breaths. And as you're holding, you'll notice just how strong that actually can feel. Now once you get to the end of your 5th breath, float one leg down at a time, maybe using an out breath if that feels more helpful. And notice as your pelvis rock, you're trying to keep it nice and steady, so you just hinge from the hip. Okay, next movement, single leg circle. We're going to float one leg up again. In breath to prepare, as you breathe out, float the right knee up. Hand onto the knee to give you a sense of the size of your circle. Keep it small. Keep the other leg nice and steady. If you don't need the arm, you're circling. Maybe you circle wider, but if you happen to notice that your pelvis is rocking with you, you haven't stabilized. We're going to make sure that you're stabilizing. That's the key importance. We go 5 one direction, and then we're going to go 5 in the other direction. Again, you choose the size of the circle that you can work with to maintain neutral. I believe the core always wins, so it's trying to keep neutral spine in place to keep the spine safe. Once we finish the 5th one, give the leg a hug and place it back down. Taking the other leg, float it up. Again, use the hand to give you a size scale in terms of the circle. But if you feel that you're managing to maintain that, then you can take it around a little bit bigger. It wants to challenge you out of equal weight across the pelvis. Change direction after you've done 5. So you know how hard you have to work to try to stabilize and keep it in center. If you're not sure, experiment. Engage stronger. If that works, that's where you need to be. Once we've done 5, give it a hug and place it down. We're going to come into single leg stretch. So you have an option for a single leg slide. In breath, as you breathe out, slide the right leg away, keeping that sense of neutral in the back of the ribs in contact with the floor at the longest reach. We're going to alternate legs. Now you might find that you don't prefer the out breath as you take the leg out. Again, I don't mind, as long as you're breathing and it feels helpful. So I want you to work, whether it's an in breath on the way out and an out breath on the way in, I don't mind, just breathe for me. And hopefully as you change from one leg to the next, you don't notice that the pelvis rocks. If it does rock as if it's tipping, we need a little bit more effort in terms of trying to get that nailed in. I'm not about over-engaging, I just want you to find what needs to happen. Last one on the left, or the right, depending where you started. So that's your single leg slide. We're going to come into double leg stretch. You have options of leaving the legs on the floor. As we take the arms up and over, we're trying to avoid a rib flare, where you get a space between the back of the ribs and the mat, arms coming back down. Now if you feel that you're maybe past early beginner stage and you want to challenge a little bit more, then float one leg up. Maybe you work with one leg for a few more repetitions, still keeping neutral and still keeping the ribs in place. Maybe you feel that you want to challenge with both legs. A little bit more challenging. You could work with the legs still hip distance apart, or you could work with them together. And again, are you breathing? So make sure your breathing is flowing. Doesn't matter which way, maybe the out breath helps you engage your abdominals as the arms go up and over. We're going to do just 2 more movements. And again, maybe you're still on single leg. Don't feel bad that if you can't get up to both legs. It's wherever's appropriate for now. Once we're done, float the leg back down again. So we're going to take it into scissor. Easiest one, we're going to do 5 on each leg, is to start from the floor. The angle stays the same, it's your thigh that's moving. In breath to prepare. As you breathe out, float the right knee up and float it back down. Notice for that hip rock. Keep it steady as you change to the other leg. If the hands feel helpful, you can use them underneath your back so that you sense whether you rock or not. If you feel you want a little bit more of a challenge, you could work from a double knee fold. And again, then it becomes a toe tap. But it's your thigh that's moving. It's hinging from your hip. Last one, each side. And then you can draw the legs in and give them a hug to release the spine. Now to draw yourself up into seated, you can plant the feet down on the floor, roll onto your side and bring yourself up into a seated position. If you know another way that's safe for you, then you can bring yourself up that way. We're going to take you into a spine stretch next. So from there, you can have the legs in a bent position, nice and tall through the top of the head as if you're growing taller, and you're equally weighted on both sit bones. So with the knees bent, it's more going to feel like a stretch between your shoulder blades, a little bit into the back. In breath to prepare, a little nod of the chin on the out breath as if you're rolling your spine down and forwards. And then the in breath helps you rebuild and restack, getting taller as you come out. Now maybe as you go forwards, you collapse. Keep lifting tall. I don't want you to ever lose that connection with your center, so that each time it feels like you're getting longer and the shoulders aren't rising up to your ears. Maybe you can go a little bit straighter. You choose. Wherever your range of movement allows you to go. As soon as I've moved my legs out, I can feel it in my hamstrings, so you choose. We're only going to go for 1 more movement. Use that length, that lift through the abdominals, pelvic floor helping to contribute to that lift as well. And relax. We're going to take you to spine twist. Maybe a cross-legged version is where you want to be, nice and tall through the top of the head, or maybe it's more comfortable for you to be in a diamond sit, so you choose. From there, as we're resting nice and tall, equally weighted on both sit bones, I want you to get the sense of length from your ribs to your pelvis. Hands are in prayer position, thumbs in contact with the chest bone, so we have a straight line through your nose and your center of your spine. Shoulders are down, just remember that one. In breath to prepare, and as you breathe out, slowly rotate to the right. Your legs aren't doing the work, relax your legs. In breath back to center, out breath, rotate to the left, in breath back to center. Now as you're turning, it's as if you're turning the lid of a jam jar. The top rotates over the base. So each time, just notice, are your legs helping? Do they feel like they're moving? Try to let them go, let them relax. Are your shoulders helping you round? Let them relax too. Just grow tall through your spine, and like a waterfall effect, your shoulders drip down your back. Last one to each side. And again, you choose your breath. Just keep breathing for me. I'm just suggesting a breath pattern. So from there, then we're going to take you down onto the mat. So once we're there, into a box position, okay, or a quadruped, we're going to lower the chest and slide the legs behind. Once they're down there, we're going to draw you into a leg lift. My head is resting onto the hands. I'm just going to turn my head so that I feel like I'm talking to you. So from there, we're going to lift single leg. In breath to prepare, and as you breathe out, you're lifting your right leg. Alternate it through, left leg lifting. Now I want you to notice, are you still drawn in your waistline so that you're not collapsing in through the floor? That there's an engagement of the abdominals to stop you collapsing. It's still a hip hinge from the hip. So you're lifting from your sit bones as you lift the leg. You're not lifting from your back. Maybe you stay with single leg, or maybe for the last 4, you lift down leg. Relaxing the upper body, but still keep your abdominals drawn in. Don't collapse, keep drawn in. Abdominals, holding. Okay, one more. That's good. Not 4, that's 5. Okay, once you've done both, we're going to take the hands, just a little push, and bring yourself up onto your elbows. And from there, you can either keep the elbows underneath the shoulders, or if it feels more comfortable, go a little bit wider onto the sides. Maybe make a fist, you choose, and there's a little press line, or maybe you keep pressing with the forearms and just straight line. Shoulders are not collapsed or lengthened. Looking towards your right, lifting through the abdominals, you're not arching in the back, you're a little scooping, and you're going to rotate the head down, all the way through to the left, and I get to see that lovely view, and then rotate around to the right. One more to each side, keep the shoulders lengthening, keep the abdominals pulling lightly off the floor, or strongly, and then back into center. So from there, nice and easy, hands underneath the shoulders, lift through the belly button, press the knees into the floor as you push back and take a child's pose. Slowly rock it forwards, keeping the back nice and rounded onto all fours. This is side cat stretch. And then we're going to arch back, shoulders pinching a little bit, tailbone lifting, head lifting. This is happy cat or high in yoga. And lifting, scooping, and arching. In case I didn't let you know, that's your done for today. So from there, well done. Congratulations, I hope you finished the workout with me. If you feel you want to go back and repeat it again, you can certainly do it again as a second series. But otherwise, hopefully we'll see you again soon for another session. Thank you. It's a wrap.